You know, it's the first time I ever had Guy Aitchison on the show, and he talked about the importance of working with the edges of, you know, like paying attention to the existing tattoos, and even going a step further. He's like, you know, a lot of times, like I'll just like, if a little chunk of color fell out of the old tattoo, or if the you know, if I could just, if I've already got the liner out and I could just bump up a few things and bring the old tattoo back to life. He's like, you would be amazed at what that does for like someone's opinion of you, that you like took the time to not only like address the other tattoo, but like, man, you don't tell the person who did this originally, and I won't either, and we'll just dress it up a little bit more, you know?
Yep.
So, and it doesn't take a lot of effort, you know?
No.
Yeah.
No, I ran into that a lot with Chris. He has several random tattoos. Like he had like a Reaper over here and a little cartoon character of Deadpool. And how that tattoo interacts, because it's such a small piece, how it interacts with the two very large tattoos that we did on either side of it is really important. And it could have been an area that really could have been detrimental. He has a couple of tattoos on the bottom that were kind of going around. He has a couple of tattoos on the ribs that were going around. He has a full chest piece that were going around, a big piece on the neck that ties in to everything.
Yeah.
And I feel like not taking that into consideration would be a very bad design choice.
But that's a lot. I mean, all of the things you just mentioned that you had to at least consider, you know, maybe not all of those things affect the entire design, but at some point they affect the design. You know, I know with mine, you're paying attention because there are a lot of waves and things in the piece that you're doing, and I already have the big piece that Jeff Ensminger did on my front. You're like not only trying to match kind of the color, but also to an extent the style of the wave, at least as it gets closer to the front piece. And then also like, well, how far up does the teal actually come before it falls out into skin?
Well, it's such a similar, you know, because they're both finger waves.
Yeah.
It's such a similar element. I feel like if we did it completely different, it would have a really odd look to it. It needs to look relatively consistent. Or if it's just you looking at it in the mirror, you know, to see a tattoo that goes from here to here on the front and the back, even if you have nothing on the tops of your thighs, like the one on the back goes all the way down. So it's going to affect everything that's on the front. So I feel like it would just be weird if it didn't have some type of similarity. But I also wanted to use certain things like the waves on your front. I noticed the top portion of the wave often comes out a little longer. And because there's so many different ways to draw finger waves, I wanted to make sure that the waves on your back had a similar look, that the middle of them got a little bit longer. Like it wasn't just a bunch of tight waves that kind of fit together. That the middle of it, or the tip of it, was quite a bit substantially longer than the other stuff. Yeah, so I more often than not, I feel like I have to do those things rather than I want to do them. I just feel like it's needed.